Hello, Mixed Nutcases and Dog Days of Podcasting listeners. This is Nuke Jess, and this is Dinner and a Movie. And today you should have had 2 other episodes drop. These are what I'm calling retrocasts. They are episodes that I made episodes that I made talking about previous days. These are the ones that I said I recorded but hadn't posted yet. I do plan to record a few others. They're probably not going to come out until September, so I don't know when the Dog Days feed is turning off, but if you want to keep listening, you can always go to nimlas.org, NIMLAS.org, and keep up with me and get the rest of the episodes. If you really care. Yeah, I'm assuming most people that do care are already subscribed to my podcast, but we'll see. Anyway, tonight I'm going to be talking about Matlock, and that's the new show, the 2024 series with Kathy Bates. I don't think I've talked about this on the podcast, so this is the problem. I've not been keeping track of what I've been watching. I'm not very good at that. I really should get like an app or something. But anyway, I've been noticing that a lot of old shows are becoming new, and we're getting a lot of different, there's a whole bunch of shows that are old and new again, or revivals or whatever. This one really is just a show using the name, but it still has some of the essence. So it is a show about law, and it starts where you've got Kathy Bates, who's, in her 70s, and is basically finagling her way into a job at a big law firm, going by the name Madeline Matlock, or Maddie. And she's, gets herself in there, and she shows that she's, her experience is helpful and all this other stuff. And then at the very end of the first episode, you discover her name is not actually Matlock. She chose that name. She's actually undercover, and she's there to expose this law agency for past wrongdoing. So it's a lot of her getting to know the actual other lawyers that she'll be talking to, or working with rather, and, getting to know them, and the, case of the week sort of a thing. And so it's a little bit of, that kind of law show. But then there's also the whole her and her husband and her grandson trying to uncover these wrongdoings that they believe could have kept the drug that their daughter OD'd on off the streets. There is a flaw, obviously, in this logic, in the fact that drug addict's gonna drug addict. I mean, yeah, okay, so the drug made it easy for them to fall in. And I'm sure we've all seen, with Oxy, how getting, how people that normally would not have been drug addicts would have became drug addicts and things like that. But the more you learn about the daughter, the more you realize if it wasn't one, it would have been something else, and if it was taken off the street after she had become an addict, how much would it have been? There's a lot that I think is flawed, at least. I'm not just saying oh, you're doomed if you're a drug addict. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that the premise is just there to get us in on the story and get us talking about. I just realized I'm not talking into the microphone. I hope this came out okay. Sorry about that. I had my phone turned the wrong way. So we'll see how this ends up sounding. Apologies if it sounded bad at the beginning. So anyway, so it's really about the covert operations. It's really about the relationship she's building, and it's about the, different law that she's practicing and the clever ways of getting in, and her using her years of experience and just understanding the world in a different way to really get what they need and get the pieces of information. They don't win every case, which I kind of like, but they still win a lot more than normal. And they also always have this is what we're working on this week, but we've been working on it for years sort of a thing. But they never seem to be working on anything else but the case of the week sort of a thing. So, like many shows, it's just fluff, right? But I really do enjoy it. It is one of those things that I would watch as soon as it would come out, well, not as soon, like the week that it came out, I'm still streaming it and everything. And I am going to pair this with some ice cream because ice cream ends up being the linchpin that undoes everything. And I love ice cream. Ice cream is really good. So a nice bowl of ice cream and Matlock. I won't say that it's the old series at all, but there's little pieces of that old series in there. And I just think it's a really good show to watch. And I like the idea of having older women being this strong representation. And I also like that one of the main relationships that you're seeing is it's about female friendships. And not just female friendships, but that friendship is more important, continues to be more important than romance throughout the series. And that's something I think we could see more of. Nutty Bites is produced by Nimlas Studios under a Creative Commons Attribution No Commercial Non-Derivatives 3.0 International License. That means you can't change it without my permission. You can share it and send it to your friends. Just link back to me, my site, and everything. We live at nimlas.org, which has links to everything social media, including facebook.com/group/nuttybites and patreon.com/nukejoss, or call 347-NUTTY42.